Welcome to the channel with your friend Blessed Row. Southern cooking is the best, that's one thing we all know. Most comforting meals that everyone will love. Join Blessed Row, her cooking comes from the good heart. Recipes so good, you just might get hooked. Join now, Blessed Row Cooks.
Hi everybody, welcome to Blessed Row Cooks. Today we are going to be making this scrumptiously delicious cube steak with gravy. Stay tuned. These are the ingredients that I'm going to be using today. I have my cubed steak. I have a medium onion that I have already sliced. I'm going to be using some Lawry seasoning salt, some black pepper, some onion powder, and some garlic powder. I also have some beef bouillon and some all-purpose flour. I'm going to go ahead and rinse my cube steak off and pat it dry, and then I'll be back. This is how my steak looks after it has been rinsed and patted dry. I put it on a pan, and now I'm getting ready to go ahead and season my cube steak. This is a simple seasoning, just onion powder, garlic powder, seasoning salt, and black pepper. So this is onion powder. If you have any special specific seasonings that you like, you can use your seasonings, whatever you like best. So this is Lawry seasoning salt. My husband grew up with Lawry's. We grew up with Sawyer's. At first we grew up with salt and pepper. And then I can remember us going to church one day, and this is garlic powder, and we had dinner at church, and I remember a man named Junior Foster, he had fried some chicken. Now my black pepper. He fried some chicken and it had a good flavor. It was like, oh, what is this? My mama asked him what he used. And he said he used Sawyer's seasoning salt. And so then my mama started buying Sawyer's seasoning salt. But before then, we just seasoned our stuff with salt and black pepper. Cube steak is usually top or round steak that has been tenderized with a meat mallet or a meat tenderizing machine called a cuber. The cube steak gets its name from the little shapes that I've left that are shaped like cubes after it's been tenderized. I have added all of my seasons to one side of my meat. Then I flip my meat over. Now I'm going to season the other side with all of the seasonings. I have some oil heating up on the stove. And I also have me 2 cups of flour that I have put a tablespoon of each of the seasonings in. And now I'm going to go ahead and flour my steak to get it ready for frying.
Welcome to the channel with your friend Blessed Row. Southern cooking is the best, that's one thing we all know. Most comforting meals that everyone will love. Join Blessed Row, her cooking. I'm using my cast iron skillet today. It's not very big. I'm gonna cook in 2 batches. Now I do have about an inch of oil. And so there you are. I'll meet you at the stove. We'll be back. We're at the stove now, and I've checked the temperature of my oil using flour. It's ready, so we're gonna go ahead and fry. Now you don't have to add this much oil. I just use it because it helps mine cook quicker. I'm just telling you, I like to get it done. What I'm gonna do now is these are gonna cook, and I'm gonna put my next batch in after this, and so we'll be back.
I have finished cooking all of my meat. I've transferred some of the oil to this pot, and as you can see, some of the drippings are in the bottom. I'm gonna go ahead and saute my onions. Now I'm adding some of the flour that I used to flour my meat. We're gonna brown our flour, make my roux. So I'm gonna let this cook until it gets to my desired color, and then I'll be back. I like this color, so I'm gonna go ahead and add in my water.
Welcome to the channel with your friend Bless Row. Southern cooking is the best.
This is gonna thicken up as it cooks. Now I'm adding in some black pepper, and I'm gonna go ahead and add in my beef bouillon cubes. You can use the powdered beef bouillon if you choose to, but today I'm using my beef bouillon cubes. You can also use beef broth instead of water, but for me, whenever I use beef broth, I still want to use the bouillon because the bouillons have more flavor than the broth does. The beef bouillon cubes is going to help the color to get darker, as you can see. And also when I put the meat in, the color is going to darken up. Now I'm adding in some garlic powder. We have just made some beef gravy. So if y'all want to have you some gravy, or if you wanted to know how to make gravy, now you see how to make gravy. But now I'm getting ready to go ahead and add my meat back in. I'm going to go ahead and finish adding my meat in, and then I'm going to cover it, and I'm going to let it simmer for about 15 minutes, and I'll be back. The cubed steak and gravy is ready. See how pretty that gravy got after I simmered it for a little while? It was so good. I'm so glad y'all was here to join me today. If you have not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. Hit that like button. Now I'm getting ready to make me a plate with some rice and string beans. But cube steak is also good with mashed potatoes and peas. Look at how delicious this meal looks. It really was good. Thank you for joining me today. If you have something that you want me to cook, comment down below and let me know. If you make this cube steak, come back and let me know how you like it. Join me again next time on Bless Row Cooks, where we are doing Southern cooking at its finest. Have a blessed and beautiful day, and remember to put God first in everything that you do.
Turn on your TV screen. Turn on your phone. Turn on your laptop. We watching Bless Row Show.